All right, guys, today I want to talk about multiple streams of income. A lot of you know and see a lot of what I put out is about real estate. A lot of the content I create is about real estate, but what a lot of you don't know, and some of the content I put out is about owning several different types of businesses. And one of those businesses is trades businesses. I've talked about this in the past. I think trades businesses are the way of the future. And why? Because we sort of left them in the past. And what I mean by that is they became unsexy businesses. Plumbers was really looked at as kind of like a dirty job. Painters, all these different trades businesses were not looked at as sexy. Everybody wanted to become a doctor or a lawyer. And even today, everybody wants to be a YouTuber or put content on the internet. But what that means is that's a huge opportunity for trade businesses. And why that's valuable is because that can be another stream of income for you. Let me give you an example. So I actually started in real estate in 2006, but in 2007, I started a painting company. I still own that painting company to this day. We have about 40 to 50 people that work in that organization, and it's a pretty successful business. But what happened in 2007 was the real estate market crashed, the recession hit. And that just basically annihilated everything. And so I was super fortunate because I had another business that wasn't entirely impacted like real estate was at that point in time. And so what that meant for me was I was allowed to still have this opportunity to make money. And I was able to still pull in revenue even though real estate was down a ton. I was still doing real estate, but real estate was just getting hammered. Nobody was making money in real estate there for probably like a year within that 2007 to 2008 time period. It was really tough, even into 2009. 2010, it started to improve. And then obviously from there, we've just had a crazy bull run. But prior to that, those first couple years, it was really, really tough. So I realized at that point in time, having these multiple streams of income is really important. And not only that, it's allowed me to leverage some of those relationships for some of my other businesses. So for example, within my painting organization, we paint for a lot of our real estate clients. Sometimes I pick up real estate clients through my painting company. I also own a construction business and we do remodels for a lot of my clients. So having these multiple streams of income for me, not only mentally is really important because my brain is not entirely wired to just be able to do one thing, but it's really important for my income and my revenue and my financial. I like to have multiple businesses doing multiple things with multiple different people within those organizations helping me run them. It leverages my time. It allows me to I don't have to hit a grand slam on every business, right? I'm not necessarily trying to pull $1 million from this one company. I can pull $50,000 from this company or $100,000 from this company. All of it adds to the cumulative revenue that I see at the end of the year. And so for me, multiple streams of income has really been something I've always found to be really important as an entrepreneur. Some people call me a serial entrepreneur because I have several different businesses. I'm just sort of wired weird that I like to do lots of different things. So I even have more businesses that I've talked about in the past, like the cannabis company. But in this case, the trades businesses I think are really important. I sort of touched on in the beginning, plumbers, painters, carpenters, any of these sort of trades that you can think of, I think are very underserved right now. There's going to be a lot of these individuals in the next couple years that are retiring because they're older individuals traditionally in these trades. They're coming to the point in time where they are going to start selling their businesses, or they don't have a succession plan and their businesses are just going to go away. So it's an opportunity for you to step in and say, hey, I'm really good at marketing, or I'm really good at sales. I have all these skills that I can help leverage to either keep this trades company going, or maybe sell me this trade company, sell or finance this trade company. I read an interesting statistic the other day. There was 90-something% of billionaires own several different businesses. And so it's not just off real estate. They're not only making money off real estate. They're not only getting a return on their investment in real estate. Trades businesses are a great opportunity. If you have some skill, I always said when I started my painting company at a really young age, I was just adding sophistication to a really unsophisticated business. These guys at this point in time were writing their bids on napkins, and it was just kind of a ridiculous trades business. Now you have all this off-the-shelf software that you can literally go out and create a very professional company just with off-the-shelf software, something that's very easily accessible and really no obstacles to do. So the trades are really endless. Roofers, plumbers, HVAC, painters, electrical contractors. I mean, I can go on and on. There's so many trade services that are needed out there. So I think it's a really good opportunity for young entrepreneurs that want to get started. Let me tell you this, when I started my painting company, people thought I was so stupid. Even my closest friends and my parents were like, what are you doing? You don't know anything about painting. And I was like, I know. If I can figure out how to run this business, I realized that I can really just leverage this skill, and anything else I do, just change the widget, right? So I owned that painting company. Then I started a construction business. Whether you start with something, you could leverage those skills to potentially start something else. So always look to be improving. Always look at ways you can be making money through different streams of income, because you never know when the next recession is around the corner, and you never know what's going to cause the next recession. So always stay ahead of the game. For more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification below. We'll talk about trades, business, and all sorts of other entrepreneurial endeavors.